All right, so if you are looking to learn something new this year, how about learn a new language? A lot of folks maybe have that as their New Year's resolution.
Yeah. Joining with some tips and details on a new survey is Duolingo VP Bojania Pajak this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I really want to learn another language. I am 54 going on 55. Can I still do it?
Absolutely. Language learning really is accessible at all ages. There's this perception that language learning is really only possible when we're young, but that's completely untrue. We can learn languages regardless of our age. Children have some advantages, but really the biggest advantage is something that adults can overcome. So definitely as an adult, just make sure you don't worry too much about perfection. Just use the language and don't worry if you make mistakes. This is how children use the language, and that's how they learn really quickly. So the best thing you can do is to relax and just try to have some fun with it.
Okay, so you touched on something there, and I'm not sure you can answer this. I speak Spanish a little bit, but I found if I've had a drink or two, my Spanish feels like it's a lot better. So when you're relaxed, are you actually better, or do you just feel like you're better and people still don't understand you?
When you relax, it is true that using the language becomes easier. And this is because as adults, we are generally very anxious and embarrassed about using a language. So when we are more relaxed, this actually helps us use the language more freely. And this helps with communication. So really, this shows that we just need to be a little bit more intentional about having fun and not worrying and being anxious, and this will actually help us learn.
So I think, in other parts of the country, like in Europe, for example, it's common for people to speak 2, 3 more languages because you have so many countries packed there close together. As Americans, are we at somewhat of a disadvantage because we lots of times don't speak multiple languages? It's English and that's it.
It may seem that way, but in the US, there are actually many languages that you can hear all around you. There are many communities that speak different languages. And you don't even need to interact with those communities. You can also just listen to the music in different languages. You can watch TV shows, movies in that language that you want to learn with subtitles on. Or you can use more structured tools for language learning, like YouTube courses or apps like Duolingo.
So for those that don't know, I've never used Duolingo. What is it? How does it work? How do you learn a language using an app?
What's great about Duolingo is that it's a language learning app that really doesn't require any high-tech experience. We know that language learning is daunting, so we build a gamified experience that makes learning fun and accessible to all ages. So it's an app that you can easily go through. It makes it easy to get started, and then it's very motivating to keep going.
Okay, I'm all in. I'm all in. How do I get started? How do I do this?
Download the app and start using it. It is free, so you can just use it easily.
Okay. I have one more question. Producer wants us to go, but I'm not going to listen to her. What's a realistic timeline to go from not knowing a language to becoming, say, at least like conversant, like you could get around?
If you use Duolingo every day, it can really take only a few weeks.
Really?
Until you can just start basic conversations.
Yeah.
Of course, language learning is something that you can do for years and years. But really, you can very quickly start using basic words and sentences, and Duolingo makes it very easy to do that.
One final question. Does Duolingo teach you the bad words?
Do the essentials.
Okay, the essentials. That's good.
Well, in my vocabulary, bad words are essential.
Bojana Pajak from Duolingo, thank you so much. We are going to take all that information, link at thegooddaysacramento.com.
Thank you so much.